Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life of Mercedes. Thank you for joining me. So today I would like to talk about investing. Now, a lot of times when I make a video on ways to save money, I will usually get people asking about investing or encouraging people to invest or taking the money, taking the money that you're saving and investing. And I don't really talk about investing on my channel in particular, simply because I don't feel like I'm knowledgeable enough to share that information. I definitely suggest that people watch videos on it, see a financial advisor, read books on it, listen to podcasts. This is not really the channel for investing as of yet. That doesn't mean that I don't have investments. That just means, I'm relatively new to it, so I'm still learning as I'm going. But the whole point of my channel is, one, just me sharing my opinions on things, and, I show you guys grocery hauls and coupon hauls and nature walk sceneries, and it's just kind of things that I do in my normal life. But I also make videos on how you guys can save money, or ways that I save money, and really encouraging you guys to be intentional with your spending, with your budget, prioritizing what is important to you and not doing what is not important to you. I do think, when I think of investing, and I think when most people think of investing, they're thinking of 401ks and IRAs and CDs and things like that, or possibly even passive income such as rental properties. But when I think about investing, I think also about investing in your future, which is what those things are for. But if you're like me, when I first began my financial freedom journey, there was no extra money to contribute to a 401k. Actually, the job that I had for a long time didn't even offer a 401k because of the kind of position that it was. So I would have had to get a 401k through a third party, not associated with my job. So sometimes there just isn't that extra money. But that's why when you start saving money, I always tell you guys, put it in a bank account, start a savings account. Even, for some people, that is going to be life-changing, just to be able to have the means every month to set aside X amount of money and put it into a savings account. And don't ever let anybody tell you that that is not worthwhile, or that that is not progress, or that that isn't good enough, because that's how you start. People that start big companies that really didn't come from much, how do you think that starts? That starts with sacrifice and changing your behaviors and managing your resources and being intentional with your spending. So when I tell you guys, like, hey, if you do this, I'll use the example of cable. You get rid of cable and get yourself a Roku box, and then you take that money that you were spending on cable and put it towards paying off debt. And then once you're debt free, you have more money to put into savings and to put into, other priorities. And then once that's going, then you can worry about other investments. And again, some people aren't going to agree with that. Some people think you just need to start investing. But you also don't want to be investing blindly, because if you really don't know anything, you want to make sure that you're doing your research and know what you're getting yourself into to a certain extent. And some people just don't have the money or the means to put tons of money into a investment account or an investment portfolio. So don't feel bad about that. We all have to start from somewhere. We all have to, start from somewhere, and we all have to do what we can with what we have. So even if that means, a small savings account where you dedicate to putting $20 a month or $20 every paycheck into the savings account, it really does add up, and it helps give you security to see that, like, after a couple of years of saving it. And some people might be like, well, that's only going to be X amount of money and that's not really going to change my life. And it's like, well, what if you took that money and then you put it into a CD, or you put it towards this, or put it, and then you can invest it. So that's part of the reason that I don't talk about investing too much, is because I feel like the people that watch my channel, either one, are already frugal minded, and so we have a lot in common, so they enjoy listening to my content. But I also seem to get a lot of people who are new to frugality and don't really know where to begin. They feel like they want to make a change, but they don't really know how to. And there's a lot of channels out there about frugality and about saving your money and becoming debt-free. But I know, because I've watched some, and some of them aren't really all that realistic, or maybe they don't fit your particular life situation or circumstances. And that's okay. You got to figure out what works for you. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do all the things today, because it wouldn't be realistic for most people. If I could go and buy a investment property and be a property manager with all the, and own, 10 properties and get all this passive income, I would have already done it. But you know what I mean? And not saying that is my goal. I'm just saying, like, there's a reason why people are not doing things. And so you have to start from somewhere. So even if that means your small savings account. And if you've, cut back on stuff and that's what you're able to save today, that doesn't mean a year from now you won't be able to save double, triple that. And so just start where you can. And to me, that is investing. That's investing in the person that you're going to be later. And that was something that was really hard for me at first, where I was like, with the amount of money that I was making and the debt that I had, I literally didn't have anything to put into savings. And I really made it a priority, because I was like, there were times where I was like, okay, so I've got $30 left this month. I get paid tomorrow. I've got $30 left. I was just going to keep it in my bank account, because that $30 is not going to make a difference. And then one day I was like, no, tomorrow after I get paid, and before I do my budget, I will put that $30 into the savings account. And I kept doing that every paycheck. And sometimes it was $30, sometimes it was $200, sometimes it was $10. So those things do add up, and before you know it, I had a couple $1,000s. And just think, if every time I would have been like, no, that $10, that $30 is not going to make a difference, I wouldn't have had that couple $1,000s and was able to do stuff with it. Whether it be pay your car off early, take yourself on a trip, put it into a CD, keep it in the savings account for a rainy day. Those things do matter, and those things do add up. And so, although I do not talk about traditional investing on my channel, I do encourage you guys to invest in you. Take the person you are today and make the best decisions possible with the information available and the resources available to invest in the person you're going to be tomorrow and next week and next year and 10 years from now. And never let anybody tell you that those small bits of money, saved and sacrificed, that they don't matter, because they do. Because we have this mentality of, instant gratification. I could take that $30 and I could buy myself a nice dinner. I can take that $30 and go to the club or whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with that to a certain extent. But what if just this time you don't do that and you put it in a savings account, and next time you'll start to see it slowly adding up. And this is for people that really feel like they don't have the extra money to put into savings or to put in investing. So yeah, so I just kind of wanted to address like why I don't talk about investing, and that when I'm encouraging you guys to save money and to cut back and, you know, make sure you're really prioritizing what is important to you, that is investing in my eyes. It's not traditional investing, but it is investing in you and your life. So I hope that that makes sense to you guys, and there's nothing wrong with traditional investing if you have the means and the ability to. But not everybody that watches this channel does. One day you will, but maybe not today. And that's okay. Start where you can. Literally, there were times when I was putting $5 in the savings account. And other times it was a couple hundred. You know, and it's like, and it slowly starts to add up. That change jar, turn it into the bank and put it in the savings account. You'll be surprised how much money you get. So, yeah, like I said, I hope that that makes sense. And I just wanted to address that, and I hope that you guys got something out of that. And until next time, guys, please consider subscribing. And until next time, guys, bye.